Hi again, everybody. My name is Lauren, for those of you who don't know. I'm gonna apologize right off the bat right now and just let you guys know that I have sort of like something with my throat going on right now, so if I cough like every 5 seconds, then I'm sorry. Or clear my throat. um, this is kind of gonna be a short video. I've had a lot going on this week, and I'm kind of waiting till the last minute to film this, but yeah, we found out some stuff about my dog this week. So it's been kind of a rough week for me. She's, I don't know, she's just having some problems, and we're thinking that it could be something with her brain. And the right side of her face went paralyzed, and so she's having a really hard time, like eating and stuff. And she's not that old; she's only 6, so it's just kind of heartbreaking. And it's been really stressful because my dog is literally like my life, and so I'm really hoping that nothing happens to her or nothing that we can't really fix. But anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, this topic for this week is about working, and well, for me, I'm gonna do school because right now I don't have a job. I can talk a little bit about when I did have a job. That was really the last time I had a job, which kind of sounds bad. It makes me sound like a bum, but the last time I had a job was before my emetophobia got really bad and started affecting like a lot of things in my life. It was about 2 years ago, so it was before any of that really happened. And but I did work. I worked at Pizza Hut, and I worked there for about 8 months. And I mean, obviously, I dealt with food and, like dirty dishes and stuff like that. But like I said, during that time, I wasn't really affected that much by it, so it didn't really bother me. I think now, if I worked in a restaurant or something to do with food and dirty dishes, it sounds weird, but I don't really obsess over like going out and being around it. I only really get super bad when like I know for a fact that it's been like here. Like if I know for a fact that one of my friends got sick and I go to their house, then I will freak out. But if it's just like, oh, I'm at work, or like, I'm at school or whatever, and this and that, then it's not like I'm not sitting there constantly thinking like that somebody's stomach virus germs are just all over the. And besides, when I'm out in public, and actually I don't ever really like touch my mouth or my eyes unless I make sure my hands are washed. So that's basically what I do, and I feel like if I do that when I'm out in public, and I always wash my hands before I eat really good, and if I always just make sure to keep my hands away from my face and like my mouth when I know I've been around like stuff that could potentially have like germs or whatever, then I will, like kind of get panicky, and I do make sure I wash my hands a lot. So well, let's see. I am a college student. Obviously, right now I'm not in school because I took a semester off. Kind of a long story, but I'm going to be going back soon for the spring. So I'll be faced with school again. But the hardest thing for me was at school, you feel like sometimes the desks are covered in people's, because I feel like people, they don't want to miss school because they were sick, because missing school, especially when you're in college, is really hard because it's really hard to catch up if you miss a lot of school. So kids will come to school even if they've just been puking all night and whatever, and they don't really care because they don't want to miss class. So, I mean, you got to be careful, but I definitely make sure that I don't touch the desks as much as I can, and make sure that if I do have to like touch all the desks and stuff, that I'm like washing my hands and not touching my face. I'm really sorry. Oh, it's been such a long week. But I played college volleyball with my school. I got a scholarship and played volleyball for the school for the first 2 years of my college. And like I said, 2 years ago, well, when this first started was the beginning of 2011, I think. So yeah, it wasn't like that bad when I first started playing volleyball. It just recently got bad, like the last few months of volleyball, but because, sports, you're always slapping hands and touching the ball of other people that have been, or touching the same ball that all the other teammates and all the other players and whoever else has been touching, and you don't know what they've been doing. But I used to have this really bad habit where I would bite my nails and just like, while I was playing sports, like I would sit there and get nervous or like just be anxious about the next play and just like bite my nails. And yeah, I broke that habit. I don't bite my nails anymore, and I'm really glad I don't, because it's literally one of the germiest things ever to do. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was kind of a challenge, but like my whole like motto on this thing is that I really try like my 100% hardest to not let it like affect every single day, like every action I make. So the only time like I have days where like I will feel nauseous and everything, but I'm not going to sit there and just assume that it's a stomach virus. I will do anything to keep my mind off of it. And I just go about my day, and unless I've been literally exposed to it, then I start to freak out a little bit. But if I haven't been really exposed to it, not or that I know of, then I just try not to let it get the best of me, because when you let it get the best of you, then the phobia wins and you just feel miserable. So, yeah, school, work, it's hard, but you have to live your life still. You have to try to like enjoy your life, and even though it sucks, you still have to try to just ignore it sometimes. I know it's hard. Trust me, I'm not a recovered emetophobe or anything, but like you have to try, because you're a downer on other people, when you're always thinking about it constantly. And maybe you are thinking about it constantly. Just don't let it show so much, Try to just, I don't know, just don't, try not to let it just win every day. And at the end of the day, when you have a good day, at the end of the day, when nothing bad has happened and you haven't really let it get to you that day, you feel awesome. You're like, oh my God, like I got through this day. And even if you would have felt sick a little bit during that day, if you don't let it control your thoughts and control everything, then it's like, hey, like, I felt fine. I felt a little bit sick today, but, like, nothing happened. Like, I was fine. And sometimes you just don't feel good. Don't always assume, So, definitely this was probably more about dealing with it out of school and work, because I'm not in school right now. I'm not working right now, so it's kind of hard for me to talk about that. But, definitely, I just try to not let it affect me so much that I obsess over it. Unless, like I said, unless it's very evident that it's around me, So, that is that. Hopefully next week's video I'll be more prepared and won't be rambling so much. But, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys next week.